Hi, my name is Andre Dorsey. I'm a former two-time state champion from Hemingway High School, as well as a former collegiate athlete. And I played some semi-pro basketball as well.
Hello, my name is Dowd Harvin. I'm assistant coach for King Street Senior High School. I have 6 years of assistant coaching experience with 1 state championship, coaching Hemingway High School as well. Today, myself along with Mr. Dorsey, we will be providing you a tutorial in basketball to show you some fundamentals that we feel every player will need for the future.
With these fundamentals, it's very simple and basic, and we're going to keep it simple and basic. But if you continue to practice these, you will definitely develop some better skills on the court.
Right, so 2 things real quickly. One, obviously make sure that you have a physical and a doctor has signed off on your ability physically to do these exercises. Some of them are fairly simple, but as we progress, they may become more extensive and difficult, and so make sure your doctor signs off on them. Secondly, with anything, know your why, your reason for wanting to get better, your reason for wanting to play this sport. It's a beautiful game and a lot can be learned as you get better at it, but make sure you know the reason why you're playing the sport and moving forward trying to get better.
Definitely. So with that being said, let's get into some drills. All right, so the first drill that we're going to do is very simple. It's getting familiar with the basketball, and the way we do that is actually going to pound the basketball just to get a good feel of it. So what we're going to do is start pounding the basketball, start slapping it, just get a good feel. Once you do that for about 30 seconds every time you start, and it does help you get your hands really adjusted to the basketball and the texture of the basketball as well for more control. The other thing that you're going to start off with is just simple finger tapping with the ball, and you're just going back and forth. Again, these are just drills that help you get familiar with the ball. It's a control drill. Arms out, arms down, to the middle, above your head. And again, each drill you want to do it for a duration of 30 seconds. So get into the habit of that.
And for each individual athlete, for some of you, you may want to do this more than once. You may want to do it 2 or 3 times until you really feel like you're really familiar with the texture and being able to control the basketball on your fingertips. The game of basketball is a fingertip game, and so many instances we neglect to spend that time learning how to use our fingertips to control the basketball. But if you can master that concept, everything else just comes from it.
That is definitely so true. Even at home at night in the bed, this is a simple drills that you can do so that you don't even disturb your siblings or your parents. All right, for the next drill that we're going to do, again, sticking with feeling the ball out, is we're going to go with drills around the back, around the head, and around your legs. Very simple, but it's very effective. So we're going to start with our legs, putting our legs together. We're going to start at the lower, right at the shin part, and here we go. It really doesn't matter which way you go, but you want to go this way. Starting off about 30 seconds. Now, you want to go at a nice steady pace, catching the rhythm. I always go boom, 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 boom. Just getting the rhythm. All right, once you do that, you can actually, go in reverse, and again, boom, 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 boom. Rhythm is the key to everything, so you always want to stick with the rhythm. Once you've gone around the legs, you want to bring it up to your waist, and you want to get it around your waist. All right, and again, you want to do that for 30 seconds, as well as you want to reverse for 30 seconds. Once you move from the intramural stage and then getting past to like the advanced stages, then your speed will actually progress and you'll be able to do this with a little bit more quickness. Next is around the head. You want to get it around your head as much as possible, just getting the feel, and again 30 seconds and back the other way. Basketball is definitely a feeling sport, so you definitely want to make sure you use your intuition and be able to feel the basketball out.
And if you notice, I struggled with a couple of those drills trying to go too fast. The thing about drills in practice It's just that it's practice. And so if you lose the ball a couple times, that's fine.
Definitely fine.
Reset, start all back over again, keep going. As you do it more, you'll get better at it.
Absolutely. So once you've gotten those drills out the way, then there's a variety of drills that you can actually get very fancy with once you start to feel comfortable with these drills. And you can either do these drills where you're going in a figure-8 motion. You can go back and forth with the drills. You can go around the back, between the legs, around the head. It's entirely up to you. What do you want to do at that particular time once you've gotten familiar with it? Getting into the basics now, as far as dribbling the basketball, you definitely want to make sure you start with your dominant hand and feel comfortable. But please do not neglect the hand that you are very weak in. You really want to strengthen that hand and make sure that that is equal to your dominant hand. And me, I'm fortunate that I am able to use both hands. So we're going to start with a simple dribble right here. You always want to protect the ball. So you have that arm out, you want to protect the ball. Everything is a rhythm. Starting off slow, fingertips. Always remember, head up. You always want to keep your head up. Once you've done this for 30 seconds, you always want to stop. You shake this one off, and you'll go to the left, and you go here. For your left-handers that are dominant, you go to your right. And you want the head to be up at all times. Now, of course, we're keeping it basic. So, with that being said, going to the next drill. And the next drill is going to be, it's a simple crossover. We're going to just go from right to left, or from left-handers, from left to right. But it's here, we're keeping it here. Everything is in a rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. This is getting the feel of a basketball. That's all you're doing. And that's what it'll be for about 30 seconds as well. And you repeat these drills over and over again until you're so familiar, you're so dominant with it, that it comes second nature. And that's what basketball is, a bunch of muscle memory. All right.
And one thing that Mr. Dorsey mentioned was protecting the basketball with your off arm. Now, a lot of kids make the mistake of running down the court with that arm bar out. How the high school league rules work currently, they're not going to allow you to do that. And so what you have to remember to do is when a player comes up to defend you, you can put that arm up and you can make your motion with that arm up, but you can't move forward and just do this as you move up. And so that arm to protect the basketball is something you're going to have to lower and raise as needed. The other thing he mentioned, the left to right crossover. One thing you should be aware of that I've always found it effective, and as you get better at the left to right crossover, I found it effective to get as low as possible with that left to right crossover and as fast as possible with moving the basketball, and usually that keeps defenders off balance. And so keep that in mind when you are doing those two drills.
Definitely, and to add to that, the rule of thumb is the further you are from your defender, the higher you can be. The closer you are, the lower you are. So if I'm dribbling the ball up from half court, you want to definitely keep it up here so you can kind of survey the floor. But as you get closer to that defender, you want to start getting lower and you want to start protecting the ball, and that's where you bring in the arm bar situation where you're protecting the ball from your defender. All right? So moving on to another drill that, again, is very, very simple. Is we call it it's like a speed dribble, but you're going to start off here. I call it the kill dribble. If you call it up here, and you come up to the top, to medium, and then from medium to high. All right? With the same hand. Okay? You want to try it? Start off low. Come up to medium. And we go high. actually do the left hand the same way, starting here to mid to high as well. Again, each drill, 30 seconds, all right? Each drill, you start off slow and you work your speed up. Once you build your speed up, you're able to accomplish this drill with no problems.
And for taller athletes over, let's say, 6'2", 6'3", you may end up playing against shorter individuals like myself. And so the key is really to practice getting down and controlling the basketball, because if you control the basketball too high, obviously smaller defenders will have more of an opportunity to steal the ball from you. So practicing getting low, bending your knees, and actually getting down is crucial for athletes and basketball players over the height of about 6'2", 6'3".
Definitely a great point. When you're an athlete that's that tall, you definitely want to make sure you get in an athletic position. I've never known anybody to be able to move with their legs and their back standing straight up with no bend. Never been able to see anybody do that yet. When y'all find that person, please let me know. But you always want to be in an athletic stance, knees bent, and you always want to be as low as possible. The lower you are, the more control you have, but it's tougher for somebody to guard you or actually take the ball away from you. So just remember that. Don't be lazy. It's one of the main things about basketball. Do not be lazy.